back to the Daily 5 podcast. It's your host, Rainy Cage, and a couple days ago we had an Apple event, and I'm a big-time Apple fanboy, so I want to talk about it. I love Apple products. I fell in love with them I got the iPhone 3G back in the day, and I've had one ever since. Sometimes I upgrade every year, sometimes I wait. Last year was one of those times I decided to wait because it didn't feel like the iPhone 7 was a big enough upgrade, and I knew that this big upgrade was coming, the 10th anniversary phone, so I waited. But let's talk about the event as a whole. It was normal Apple event. They speak a little pretentious sometimes, and it's fun to make fun of. But Apple is selling a culture, a lifestyle more than they are certain products. And their ecosystem is one of the reasons that people stick with Apple. The Apple OS and all the Apple devices, the way they communicate with each other, it's just, and ease of use is another thing I always throw out there. Apple products are really easy to use, and I just have loved them ever since. I've tried a few Android phones. I don't think I'll ever switch, but we'll see. But let's get into the event. They announced, before we get into the phone, which is the main big thing, they talked about Steve Jobs, because they opened the new theater at Apple campus, and it looked beautiful, and they did a little memorial for Steve Jobs, which was awesome. They talked about a few Apple Store things. They talked about Apple TV, the 4K Apple TV, which I have a projector and some 1080p TVs, but I don't have anything 4K yet. I own like one 4K Blu-ray, so 4K just feels like something that I just am not going to be getting anytime soon, because they don't even make 4K projectors for under $5,000, so don't really care about that. Third generation Apple Watch. I did have an Apple Watch, but I kind of I'm in flux right now. I don't have a watch right now, but third gen Apple Watch basically just added LTE. The big thing was the iPhones. They announced the iPhone 8 and 8 Plus, which is kind of a mediocre upgrade. It's got the same kind of look as the last gen phones, except for it's got a glass back, and it has kind of like a stainless, or not a stainless steel, like a chrome edge. So it is a little bit different, but mainly it's got the better processor and wireless charging. Other than that, not really that big of an upgrade, so obviously that's not what I'm going to be going for. What I'm going to be going for is the iPhone 10 for 10th anniversary phone. It's completely redesigned, edge-to-edge glass, Face ID, which looked really cool, unlocking your phone with your face. It'll be interesting to see how that really works when I actually get it. The thing that made me most mad is I thought this was going to come out next week with the other iPhones, and you can't even pre-order it till the end of October, and you can't get it till the beginning of November, which really stinks, so I gotta wait 2 more months, but we'll see. I know a lot of people are complaining about the price, but really, phones have always been expensive. If you think about it, the iPhone 6S that I had bought, 6S Plus, it was like 8 something, I think, or 7 something, so it's not really that much more. And it's a premium device, so if you divide it up over 24 months, which most everybody does, it was only going to go up about $5 more a month for me, and that's with no trade-in deals or no, like, I plan on either selling my phone or trading it in, and that will take a considerable chunk off of the phone. I do miss the days of subsidized phones, but we'll see what happens with that. I plan on getting it, obviously, because I've waited 2 years. I didn't get the iPhone 7, so I'm ready to get it. I know that this phone has got a lot of the stuff that was in the last gen. It's water resistant, which I'm really looking forward to. The fancier cameras, where I can do the cool, different, blurred out backgrounds. And then now they have this new feature where you can do like a studio mode, where you can like darken the backgrounds and stuff. That looks really cool. And it's got a new A11 chip that I've been reading supposedly is just as fast as a MacBook Pro. which is crazy. You know, you're getting a really good computer in your phone here. So, you know, maybe that'll uh, lessen the blow of the super high price. But yeah, that's basically it. That's all I wanted to talk about. I plan on getting the iPhone 10, so I'm going to hold out for a couple more months because that is going to be the iPhone to, you know, rule all for the next year, and I want the best. But yeah, what you guys think of all of Apple's new products? And until next time, this is Rainy Cage. Peace out.